Good Saturday morning, everybody. Yes, I've got out of bed, just. Gary's on his way now. Got his task to do.
Yes, usual Saturday morning clean-up.
Yeah, which we're about
especially before Teresa gets home.
Yeah, is that your plan? Is that why you've never been in the house, so you don't make a mess? Yeah, I like this time.
It's one way of actually making sure the place doesn't get...
Yeah, I can't get in trouble if I've not been in the house. He said, look at the mess. It was like that when you left.
Yeah.
Cool, good idea that. I remember that one. Okay, guys, Gary's setting off now. Off to do the chores.
Yeah, that's what a man must do.
Oh, while you're on your way out, I think Michelle's going to give you a bag of rubbish.
No, I'm not.
Don't get in the way.
It's an opportunity.
No, I'll do it. It's fine. I'll take my own rubbish out, thank you.
You had a chance then of being, I don't know, efficient like me. This plate, I've got to call these boxes from before Christmas. Our bin's been that full. There's nowhere from. I'll have to empty. Got to get the bin emptied, then I can get the boxes cut up and put in the bin.
Well, that's one of my jobs. I've got the rubbish bag just by the bin, which is the bin's full. Waiting to go into the main bin, which has only just got emptied.
I've got the same. I've still got stuff in the shed from before, so but I can only get one because the bin's been emptied 2 days, and it's now full. Yeah.
No, it's...
Well, it's 3/4 full, but I need to leave enough room for stuff coming out of here.
Yeah.
So I can only throw away one extra bag at a time. So have it there, I'll just put it in the car and take it to the tip.
Yeah, but that's effort.
Yeah. Well, it also requires forward planning, doesn't it? Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, enough of our rubbish. I don't know if you just caught that one, but what Michelle's saying is we've not got enough space in our Disney album for our next Disney holiday. What we're actually doing now, we're going back over our photographs of the last few years and just putting them into a Disney album that we bought when we was over there. When did we buy that? 2011?
The first time, yeah.
Yeah, we bought that the first time we went out there in first time me and Michelle went out there in 2011. So what we're doing now is we are sitting at the PC and we're choosing photographs to put up of the young me and you.
Younger, yeah. Gosh, it was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, you was younger than you was now by 8 years.
By 8 years, and so were you.
And so was I. Moving on. Okay guys, what we're doing now, it's Saturday night, so we're going to have a few beers, a few drinks, and we're going to play 221 Baker Street, which is a board game that we bought just before Christmas to play, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So Michelle's going to explain briefly how you play it.
Well, first of all, you need to pick a Sherlok.
So you pick yourself a Sherlok, so I can be orange Sherlok.
And I'm going to be green Sherlok. Right, so we all start at 221B Baker Street.
So there.
Right. Now you roll the dice. 3.
4.
So you start. You play clockwise around the board, and every time you get to a new place, you get to read one of the clues from the book based on one of the 75 cases that we've got. So I'll read the case out, and the clues are numbered and they're on the back. So you look it up in here, you read it to yourself, write down whatever you think you need to write down, and when you think you know the answer, you have to get back to 221B Baker Street, declare what your answer is, check it in the book. If you're wrong, you're out. You don't get another go because obviously you know the answer at that point. And then the gameplay continues until someone gets the right answer.
So basically, if you go back to 221B Baker Street and get it wrong,
you're done. Because you already know what the answer is. Because you've read it.
Oh, yeah, obviously, yeah. I was wondering how you knew what the answer were. You actually look at it, don't you?
You read it in the book, yes.
Okay.
So, you've got 2 cards.
Yes.
You have a Scotland Yard card and a skeleton key. Scotland Yard card, if you place it on anything, like say for example, if I put it on the tobacconist there, you can't go in there. I've locked it.
Very selfish of you.
The only way you can do it
is the skeleton key.
Is the skeleton key.
And you get 1 per game, do you?
No, you get 1 each to start. But every time you go into the lock, you can only hold 1 of each at a time. So if I use my, say for example, I use my that and lock the tobacconist. And then the next time I go to Scotland Yard, I can read the clue for Scotland Yard and I can also pick up another card.
Mm-hmm.
Once you remove the cards, they obviously go back to Scotland Yard. Skeleton keys also go back to the locksmith.
Okay.
One final thing. Carriage depot. There's a clue there, but once you're at the carriage depot, on your next turn, you can actually take a cab from the carriage depot to anywhere you like on the board. There's different types of clues. The general statement clue simply gives a statement of fact about the case being played, such as a clue might say, Stanley Harris had a bad case of asthma. Or Alex Gloth was seen outside the boar's head on the night of the murder. A puzzle clue is usually a syllable clue to a specific item, killer, weapon, motive, hiding place, etc., and is labelled as such. For example, a puzzle clue might read, killer clue, 4 parts. 1. A wise bird that hoots. Note that there are 4 parts to this clue and you have the first part listed here. That means that there are 3 more parts to the killer clue listed either separately, together, or at some other location or locations on the board. When you find all the other killer clues, they might read 2, the alphabet letter after W, 3, the opposite of east, and 4, a tissue, we all blank down. If there's a character named Alex Westfall mentioned somewhere in the story, you now know that he is the killer.
Okay.
And use your solution checklist, which I've given you, along with a pencil, to write down anything you want to write down. And you can tick to say that you've been to these places.
Okay.
So, does that sound okay?
That sounds very good. So we've also forgot to say we're going to be drinking alcohol while we do this. I've got myself a gin and ginger ale. Michelle's on the Serrano.
Yeah, we set ourselves up a bit of a bar.
Oh yeah, we've got some beer or drinks over there. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we think we know how to play this game. So we're going to start by Michelle reading out the case.
The Adventure of the Unholy Man. A strange preacher has come to town, a large Moroccan-bound Bible under his arm. Scotland Yard is puzzled when the preacher is found stabbed to death on his balcony seat at the Playhouse during a performance of Hamlet. The Duchess of Talcourt, who accompanied the victim to the theatre, discovered the body upon returning from the powder room after the interval. The preacher's Bible was gone, and on the floor nearby were a German-made cigarette and a packet of aspirin. It is common knowledge that the Duchess, previously a benefactor of the Bishop of Wittenfroth, had come to support the new preacher's views. This greatly angered the Bishop and the Duke of Talcourt. The Longworth acting troupe was performing the play. The Earl of Longworth is the lead. Longworth, a rascally cad, had been wooing the Duchess's daughter Anastasia in the hopes of gaining support for this poverty-stricken troupe. Scotland Yard wants to know A. Who killed the preacher, B. The weapon, and C. The motive. The game is afoot.
Moving on. Okay guys, that's it. We've come to a conclusion. Neither of us can win.
No, we were both wrong.
Yeah. We were both wrong the same amount though. We just both got one clue wrong. I actually got the motive and I got the weapon, but I didn't get the killer because I didn't understand the clues. But I do now. Michelle's explained them to me because she got the.
I got the killer and the motive, but I missed
the weapon.
I missed the. I took the reference, the clue for the weapon too literally.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll call that a draw. Time for another drinky poos. Moving on. Drinky poos. I do apologise. Time to quaff some gin. Okay guys, we're going to pick a film now. It's back at 8 o'clock, so we'll pick a film and yeah, relax for the rest of the evening. A few drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, which one is that?
Christmas gin and apple ties.
It's a bit tart for me, but it's nice. Perfect for you, that, isn't it?
I like apple ties anyway. I drink it when I've got to drive.
Moving on.